How's it going, guys? This is your host JB360. I have here the HiBoy Max Pro. This is HiBoy's premium commuter electric scooter, and yeah, it's been actually pretty fun so far riding into the city. This scooter is rocking a 650 watt motor, tops out at about 22 miles an hour. It has 3 driving modes: eco, normal, and sport. Yeah, this is actually pretty well built. This is not light, by the way. This is about, I would say, about 50 pounds. Lugging it into the car wasn't really an easy task. When you do fold down the stem, which I'll show you guys in a bit, it is kind of a little awkward to hold, but if you need to store it somewhere, it does have that capability, and it doesn't really take up much room if you are just storing it. So let's go down here. The foot pad, or the deck, is actually pretty wide for my feet. I'm like a size 11 in US, and I'm able to plant both my feet, no problem. And it is rocking dual front and rear brakes. These are cable brakes, but for the most part, they're actually pretty good. They're pretty hefty brakes. You have the folding mechanism here. Let me show you guys actually how the stem folds down. While I have that, you would actually slip that latch up, press that down, and then you would lift this latch up, and then basically guide that into the stem clamp right there, and you can actually carry it. Not too bad. And to clamp it back, you bring the stem up, the clamp down here, wait till you hear the snap, and then that's it. Folding mechanism is locked. I was gonna show you guys an unboxing, but I mean, it was pretty self-explanatory once it came out the box. All you needed to really do was just secure these 8 screws, front, back, and side to side. So it wasn't really much setup once it came out the box. All you have to do is really charge it. It comes with a little bell. I'm a big fan of bells, even though it's, you know, like a nice little audible warning. It is a nice option to have, though, on any PEV. Also has a headlight as well. So if we hit that once, headlight turns on over there. It's fairly bright. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like super bright. You know, it's not as like bright as some of these like third-party ones, but it gets the job done in terms of visibility. And once you flip that light on, it actually turns on the side panel lights as well. You see here on the left and right side. And when you do engage the brake, the brake lights do engage, which is nice. It gives like a little bit of a warning to anyone behind you. It's not bright, but I mean, it does, you know, at least function. Also, we have front and rear shocks. We got the front fork in the back, and then also some rear suspension as well. I would say the ride has been pretty cushy so far. The 11-inch pneumatic tires actually do a great job of like absorbing a lot of the you know, pebbles and little bumps on the road here and there. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't roll over any like potholes if you do see them, but it's definitely good to know that they are there is dual suspension. Also, the Max Pro comes with the thumb throttle here. It won't engage unless you actually kick the scooter, so it's actually a good safety feature so you don't whiskey throttle it. So to get the scooter going, you would just kind of like push off from the deck, and then once you engage the throttle, you'll just start moving. So one of the cool things that I found out about the scooter is it actually comes with an app. When you take it out of the box, there's like this QR code that you scan, and it basically like kind of like activates your product in a way, but it gives you some cool features that you can activate from the app, which is really nice. As you can see here, I can actually turn on and off the light. If I see here, so if I turn on, light, off, which is really nice. It does provide some mileage information as well as a battery indicator showing 100%, of course. Just started riding it out, and we've traveled a total of 0.6 miles, and that's from the ferry. But what I found was really cool was it does have a lock feature. So I'm just gonna focus the camera a bit. When you hit the lock feature, it actually engages park mode, so people can't really walk off with your scooter and kind of just take off with it. So you do have that lock feature there, which is really nice with the app. You can actually access most of the functions just using the dashboard here, but the app is actually a nice touch as well. All right, so let's unlock it. All right, and then you can actually adjust the speed modes from the app as well. So we got Eco. This is just like regular drive mode, which is mode 2, and then this is mode 3, which is sport mode. I just love that feature, just kind of like having it available in case you know, you happen to leave it and you want to hit park mode. You just tap that, go in, get your coffee, and that's pretty much it. You can activate cruise control mode, but I don't know if I would do that through the app. I think that's just something like once you engage a certain speed, like say like 20 miles an hour, you will kind of stay at that speed until you hit the brake, and it will disengage the cruise control. In case you're not interested in using the app, you can actually access some of the features through the dash. So to turn off the scooter, we hold down the power button, of course. Turn on, right there. You got the battery indicator here, miles per hour here. There is a Bluetooth sensor. It tells you if you're connected to the app. And here are your speed modes on the left here. So to cycle through the speed modes, actually, you hit the power button twice. So that's Eco, that's regular mode 2, and the highest mode, which is basically sport mode. I mean, you can also access the light. If you hold down the, actually, if you tap the power button once, light will come on, which is nice. Super easy to use, very straightforward. I've had a good time just kind of like riding it throughout Staten Island. But yeah, let's give this a go in the city and see how the ride is and see how it deals with NYC traffic. Taking our first full ride with the Max Pro. This is the official city ride. Hope you guys can see my dash as well. The brakes are actually kind of beefy. I don't know what brand they are, but I mean, I'm sure they're like proprietary or something like that, but actually pretty nice. Let's make our way to the bike path here. See if we can hit our top speed on this path. 17, 18, 19. We're going on a slight uphill. 20, nice. 21, 22, yes. All right. One of the first things I learned with riding a scooter is when you do brake, you want to lean back and shift your momentum in reverse, kind of, you know, so you don't fly off the bars. All right, so we're hitting a good stride here on the path. One thing about the Max Pro is the motor is just so quiet. It's super silent. A lot of PVs, a lot of regular analog cyclists take up this path here. I'll say with these thumb throttles, there is a bit of a dead zone. I mean, I think that's really for safety purposes, but I mean, it's about like, I would say maybe, you're good. Probably like a quarter of an inch of a dead zone. I'm able to hit these bumps pretty nicely over here. I don't know about you guys, but when I ride scooters or e-boards, my stance is usually goofy. So I got my right foot in front, left foot behind. So that's just what I'm used to. Ooh. All right, I think here we can kind of open it up a little bit. It's just a nice smooth ride, you know? This scooter is actually rocking a 15 amp hour battery, 48 volt of course. And it's rated for 46 miles, but
I'm gonna go ahead and say it's probably about like half of that if you're running the highest mode. I mean, if you're running eco, you could probably hit 46, and if you're like super light, if you're like 150 pounds, but you know, I would say anywhere between the 20 to 30 mile range in terms of real world numbers. That parking like lock feature that the Max Pro has, like imagine if a scooter company like made one that was like 5G, where if someone actually did steal your scooter, you know, you could like engage that like that brake, and then while they're riding it, they just flip off the scooter. That would be awesome. HiBoy, make that feature. All right, we're going on a slight uphill. It's actually a fairly steep hill. Oh, going about like 1920. That's pretty good. One of the great things about scooters is, you know, I think is just the easeability of picking one up and just riding it. You know, like my wife, who, you know, she's never ridden a PEV before, and she picked up the Go Tracks, and like just maybe like 2-3 minutes in, she pretty much, you know, knew how to ride that thing. Knew how to ride it, you know. Whew. It's gonna get dicey for the next part of this commute. So in terms of scooter comparisons, I mean, you could say probably the Segway 9bot, or even the Xiaomi, but I mean nowadays, you know, there's so many different alternatives in terms of commuter scooters. I would say Xiaomi is still the best. I mean, it was like one of the first ones that came out, but I mean, you have like companies like this, like HiBoy, you know, you even have Varla has their own like commuter scooter. Segway, which is obviously the most recognized brand in terms of scooters. I think they won awards for that scooter actually, but I mean, you know, the options are out there. See, Xiaomi right there. Look at that. People still own them after like how many years, you know? Scooters are just reliable. Easy modes of transportation. Amazingly portable. Also, thank goodness for bike path. Woo. It's nice, man. Front and rear suspension, gotta love it. And the good thing is I don't hear any stem creak as well. I'm hitting like potholes and stuff like that, certain bumps. I don't have any stem creaks. If I hit here, usually you would hear it like from the base, but I don't hear it at all, which is nice. Whew. I got an e-bike behind me chasing me. Go around here, which is nice. New York City too, you gotta watch out for cars making left turns, because a lot of times they don't see the bike path here. Especially this one's not painted, so kinda dangerous. Left side. Nice. But we're cruising, man. We're moving, getting active. Here we go. Look at this bump. Ooh, it's nice. Let's see the braking power. Whee! Very nice. Suspension feels nice though, sitting on the deck. All right, guys, let's get active. Let's go. Woo. Let's go. Gotta love the scooters, man. Just like squeeze through cars. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe we can fit through here. Whoa! Let's go. Yeah, this is a super nimble scooter. Don't have any issues kind of going through traffic here. Pardon if I give you guys a heart attack, but that's usually the way people ride here in New York City. It's just the norm. It's nice, man. The deck feels good, comfortable feeding, comfortable foot positions here. Ooh. Getting busy in traffic here. Good thing about scooters is you can squeeze through almost any spot, which is awesome. And man, I've been rolling over so many potholes today, and this thing has been handling it like a champ. Pretty good so far in terms of stability and absorbing a lot of these crazy bumps. See? Look at that. Ugh. And you can tell, even just by the weight of the Max Pro, like the build quality is really well put together. Yikes. Watch out, my guy. Goodness gracious. Let's avoid these potholes here. Those are pretty deep, actually. Not gonna lie. So far, the battery has been holding up pretty well. I've done a total of about, I would say 15 miles so far. And the battery's not even at half, which is pretty good. And I've been keeping it on sport mode. In terms of discharge rate for this battery, it's pretty good. I'm curious as to what kind of cells they're using in this pack. But if I were to recommend this scooter, I would definitely recommend it to the everyday commuter. This thing handles the New York City streets pretty well. Whee! Don't kill me, bro. Man, I do miss riding a scooter. Been riding, I think out of all the PEVs, I've been riding e-bikes the most. And come on, man. E-bikes the most, and probably e-boards right after that. All right, we are approaching the halfway point of this battery. Hopefully I have enough charge to get home. Oh my gosh. Starting to get a little bit of range anxiety. Just a little bit. I did not bring my charger with me because I didn't think I would need it. So at the office that I work at, our building has a security office where you can dock your scooter. But the thing is, the docks, they have these like plugs, these power plugs, but they're like the European power plugs. So they're not really compatible with some scooters, but for some reason it plugged into this scooter itself. But I wasn't getting any charge out of it, so it's kind of strange. That bell is actually pretty loud. Look at this. It's nice. All right, guys, we are back home in Staten Island. We got one other hill to climb. This one's gonna be a bit of a battery killer, but yeah, let's see how we do. So this is up a pretty steep hill in sport mode, getting about, let's see, 13 miles an hour, 14 miles an hour. Not too bad. Oh, 15. Started to pick up, not too bad. 15 miles an hour, up a pretty steep hill. We have another steep hill that we gotta conquer, so hopefully the battery doesn't deplete too much here. But yeah, let's go over some pros and cons. I don't have many cons. I'll start with the pros. The one pro I would say would be the build quality of this scooter is top notch. I mean, from the deck, from the wide deck to the 11-inch pneumatic tires and the dual suspension, it is very, very comfortable to ride this thing. I did not have an issue. It didn't feel, you know, jarring while standing. It was actually quite comfortable ride. The app functionality is definitely a big plus. The parking slash scooter lock feature on the app, definite game changer. I do hope to see more of those kind of features in the future with other scooter companies. I think it's pretty nifty, pretty cool that there is Bluetooth connectivity, and the app is pretty simple and straightforward. All right, we got another hill here. I don't know if you can kind of see that grade. We're slowing down. This is a very steep hill. 6 miles an hour, it's probably gonna die at this point. Let's see, 5 miles an hour. Come on, let's go. Damn, 5 miles an hour. Pretty decent range for a commuter scooter. Range is pretty decent for a standard commute. I do love all the added features that they have, you know, especially with the side panel lights here. Yeah, this is the scooter at night. You can kind of see the side panel lights here. Got the front light over here. Not bad, honestly. So yeah, in terms of cons, I don't really have much cons, like I mentioned before. I'll say maybe 2 things to point out. One of them is I do wish the Max Pro had a better top speed. I mean, you are hitting about 22 miles per hour tops, but if they were to, you know, maybe get a better controller, push it to about like 25, even 28 miles an hour, I think this would pretty much blow a lot of scooters out of the market, especially since this is under $1,000. HiBoy is having a sale on this. I would say like my only other con would be just to kind of, in terms of aesthetics, maybe clean the brake wires up a bit, maybe kind of have something further higher up on the down tube that you can kind of like put these wires in. I mean, other than that, it's a beautiful looking scooter. I mean, this thing is, you know, in terms of, like I mentioned before, build quality, you can already tell, especially when you do pick it up and store it away. This thing is quite hefty, but I mean, for what you're getting for the price, I mean, this is a definite steal. Anyways, guys, hope y'all enjoyed this review / vlog of the HiBoy Max Pro. Be sure to visit HiBoy on their website. They're having a sale right now on the Max Pro. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to mention them down below. And until next time, guys, I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.